Welcome back to another episode of the Revolutionary Girl Utena. So in the previous one, we had an absolutely banger of an episode. It was such a good one. So the main point was Utena ended up winning back the Rose Bride by dueling Toga and winning, of course. So Toga ended up, first of all, using a different power or a new power that we haven't seen before from the Rose Bride that basically empowered the sword of the of Toga. Also, an interesting thing that I was thinking about between the episodes was how scared or hesitant even Anshi looked at that moment when she was like going down to kiss the sword to give it power, right? That was an interesting detail there, but either way. So yeah, he ended up empowering the sword, and just as he was about to win and cut down Utena, Anshi ended up pulling away the power and allowing a moment of surprise from Toga to be his downfall, because Utena used that surprise and ended up winning it. The reason why Anshi actually pulled back the power, it seemed like it was because she got a flash of memories about something similar happening with the prince and stuff like that, right? She was like, I've seen this scene before, but where? And then we saw the prince, a silhouette of the prince showing up for like a second. So it seems like there's obviously more to that, and that's kind of like a hint to maybe more of about like the Rose Bride, what it is, who's Anshi, and all of those things. But we don't have enough information. I don't have enough information to fully make out what that means just yet, but I guess we'll find out, right? So, incredible episode. Basically, we saw the full character arc of Utena, and now let's see what's gonna happen now that she has her bride back, now that she's hopefully gonna regain her confidence with that, and her sense of normality. So let's find out. So if you want to watch this, Uncut and Blood as always on my Patreon down description, and let's go into Revolutionary Girl Utena episode 13. 'Tracing a path'. But is that okay? Ooh, starting off with this. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. It feels like he's not taking this well, is he?
バラの花嫁も少しは心が動いたのではないか。それにどうやら君も彼女に期待し始めたようだね。いや、違うか。最初の友情という名の決闘。剣道部首相の彼と偶然
うーん。
ったあの日、あの時から。君は彼女に期待していたんだ。
あんた、剣道部の首相だってな。
Oh, is this kind of like
どうぞ放課後、僕と決闘だ。
a recap? You guys did say that the recap episode shouldn't be skipped because they add a lot of new information. I'm guessing these parts with the prince and stuff add information. Interesting thing is, so it feels like the prince is kind of like supposed to be the chick, right? Inside a shell, and he needs to crack out and stuff like that, but he's been unable to do so. So he's been waiting for someone else to do it. It's interesting, right? Because obviously when you think of a chick needs to find its own strength to break out of a shell. Usually, right? Usually a chick isn't held by the outside forces to break out of its shell, but it's supposed to do it from the inside out. So I wonder if that's gonna play a role in this at all. But yeah, really interesting. So we're seeing the prince being in the castle and stuff like that, and also this other person who looks very much like similar to the prince.
世界を革命する力を。なかなかやるじゃないか。女の子にしては。か弱いお姫様を助ける王子様のつもりか。
まさか、その手品の剣、本物なのか。
何の仕掛けもないただの市内でこのディオスの剣に挑んでくるとはね。
ディオスの剣。
ディオスの剣を知らないのか。君は何者なんだ。お姫様を救う白馬の王子様。
たった一人で深い悲しみに耐える小さな君。その強さ、気高さをどうか大人になっても失わないで。
何？バカめ。
Friendship.
そんな、僕が負けた。安心。
ごきげんよう、西園寺先輩。ああ、なんだかへんてこな目に遭わされたな。一体何だったんだ？もう早く忘れよう。君は？お待ちしておりました、ウテナ様。私はバラの花嫁。今日から私はあなたの花です。
君の期待通り、彼女はバラの花嫁とエンゲージし、デュエリストへの道を歩み始めた。そして2番目の試練、選択という名の決闘にも挑んだ。
Choice.
それはバラの刻印。その指輪を持ってるのは決闘の参加資格のある人です。だから現在の決闘の勝者であるウテナ様には、これからバラの刻印を持つ人たちが次々と決闘を挑んでくるはずです。冗談じゃない。僕はそんな無意味な決闘をするつもりはないから。
Mm.
決闘を受けないんじゃなかったんですか？仕方ないさ。決闘を受けなきゃこの学園にいられないって言うんだから。もらったわ。なかなかやるな。わざと負けるさ。それで問題はないわけだ。ディオスの剣といっても、剣自体に特別な力があるわけではない。それは最も優れた者が持つべき王者の剣。人は油断したが、はっきりしている。その剣、そしてアンシーも僕の、この西園寺教一のための花だ。かぐろあの時から君の力、ディオスの力、ついに封印
Mm.
が解け始めたのだ。
Don't don't interrupt it. I want to know more. I want to know more. Give me the lore. This is some juicy lore.
確かに彼女は興味深いね。君の力、ディオスの力の全てが蘇るかもしれない。その後の戦いも随分個性的だ。
Miki?
あの音色はどうしても僕には出せなかった。僕はあの音楽を取り戻さなきゃならない。だからどうしても花嫁が必要なんだ。君はピアノの前に座っている方が似合っているのに。また私としてみたい？本当に大切なものは自分の手に入れて守らなきゃ人に取られちまうぜ、ミッキー。強い。
Oh, this song is a banger.
絶対に負けない。彼女は僕を信じてるんだ。そこだ、ウテナさん。
I remember this. Poor guy.
っておくが、世界を革命する力が彼らを捉えたんじゃない。彼らの方が求め
Amor.
て奇跡にとらわれるんだ。
バラの刻印を、この指輪を捨てろ。
Judy?
気持ち悪いな。つまり君の気高さとやらは好きな男に言われてやっているだけの猿姉妹なんだ。奇跡を信じて。
The projecting.
思いは届くと。大丈夫、おじさま。まだ始まったばかりだよ。少しは回り込んだりしろよ。かわいそうに、もうヘトヘトだな。でもさ、絶対に許さないからね。奇跡はまだ起きないのかな、王子様。だから、あなたから彼を奪ってしまったこと、後悔はしていません。こんな話をあなたはきっと憎んでますよね。奇跡を信じてってのが君の口癖だった。だけど
Oof.
奇跡なんてないんだ。決まりだ。
What a fight this was. What a fight.
そう、
Adoration.
このあいつも世界の果てを目指すんだ。
あんたのせいでお兄様は怪我したのよ。
The Nanami fight.
あんたのせいで。甘く見ないことね。
ナナミ、世界の果てから選ばれしお前の力、見せてみろ。
私は今までずーっとお兄様だけを見つめてきたのよ。あなたがお兄様を傷つけたのよ。あんたが悪いんだよ。私とお兄様の邪魔するから。あんたが悪いんだよ。あんたが悪いんだよ。あんたが悪いんだよ。あんたが悪いんだよ。あなたが。
友情、選択、理性、恋愛、崇拝、信念、そして自分。だがこれまで7つの決闘を経て未だ彼女はデュエリストだ。
Hmm.
やはり彼女こそ我々の望んでいた人間なのかな。確かにこのまま進んで革命という名の決闘まで到達する可
A
能性
revolution.
君が完全に解放される日も近いのかもしれない。 でいるという点において、君と私の利益は共通しているんだから。だが、そろそろ新しいステージが始まる。これから先の決闘を彼女はどう戦うんだろうな。
How she'll find the tools to come. The rose? Whoa! Whoa, what was that ending? What in the Little Prince was that? Okay. Okay. So, this ending was a very interesting here. I wonder what it all means. It did kind of remind me of the Little Prince, you know, the story where with like the rose, you have it in within like a box, or not a box, but like kind of like a dome thingy in its enclosure, so that it can have the oxygen and stuff, and it's happening in space, so like the aliens. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but it kind of reminded me of that. Either way though, okay, so obviously this was kind of like a bit of a recap episode, right? Talking about all of the duels and how they went, but we got a bunch of new lore. So, namely about the prince, right? So, the prince been waiting for someone to fully set him free, right? And I don't know who this other person is, but he also said that they both stand to gain from it. He looks a lot like the prince. And, they're the only characters. Those two plus Anshi are the only characters with, you know, they have like that kind of same skin tone. So I wonder if they're all, I'm guessing they're all somehow connected, right? We haven't seen any other characters like that, so I wonder what exactly the connection is. It could also not be anything, but those two I'm gonna say with a fair certainty that they are somehow connected because they have the same hair color as well. But I guess we'll see how, right? So it seems like obviously each duel has kind of like a theme to it, and Utena has now finished 7 duels, and one of the duels is gonna end up being a Revolution, and I'm guessing that's kind of gonna be the final duel, right? It's gonna be the Revolution duel, and that's also probably gonna end up being the duel that probably frees the prince. But I guess we'll see what is gonna end up happening with that entire thing. So yeah, cool way to show the exposition, to show the lore, to revisit some of the fights and stuff like that. And I'm excited to see what's gonna happen next. Not obviously much else happened in this episode when it comes to like new storytelling or new story, but yeah, really cool way to show the past fights and stuff. So I'm excited for future ones, but for now I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.